is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. We are here for a Saturday night clash, and it just doesn't get much more thrilling than this one on EA Sports College Football. It's the Michigan State Spartans and the Greyhounds. Along with David Pollack and Justin Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Michigan State's head coach told me before the game, this team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. We are here for a Saturday night clash, and it just doesn't get much more thrilling than this one on EA Sports College Football. It's the Michigan State Spartans and the Greyhounds. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. And the Spartans headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Buckmeyer. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Buckmeyer. Throws to the tight end. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Looking for a big play. Makes the catch on the left. Ripped past midfield. Finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking for room at the 30. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Got it. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Greyhound!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The run inside. It's Edwards. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback? Pressure on him, because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Pulls and fires complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field to score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a man. It's Fancher. Using the quick game. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Spartans. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Greyhounds come out onto the field to get this drive going. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some ease.
Pulls it in down the middle. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Now improvising. Dumps it to the back. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that 1st down marker is. Great job going to get that 1st down, new set of downs.
And it's the Greyhounds can really attack on this 2nd and short. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Motion from the back. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhound.
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches. Palmer, nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking for a man. It's Fancher. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to run it, and he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. The Greyhounds come out onto the field to get this drive going. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Breaks into the open. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's there to make the stop.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Rushes on him. Gets rid of it. And they fail to hook up on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance, everything their play caller.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, looking to pass. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Going to try to get it himself. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Looking to throw, it's Fancher. Makes the catch, it's McCray. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
From the red zone, it's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Spartans racing to the line in a hurry-up. Snap from the gun on third down. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Spartans.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He's in open space downfield. Makes it past the marker. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll move the tight end. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Bachmeier.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Pocket breaking down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that's why these guys play defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Running inside. It's Martin. Got a little grass. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
And it's the Greyhounds pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Here's the pressure. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. On target. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted deep in his own end. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Sparty. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Here's a heat. He's sacked. This defense all over it. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 12 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Bulldogs with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll pull it down and run. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up fourth down.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
The Greyhounds come out onto the field to get this drive going. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. That's caught. It's Bachmeier. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First and 10 coming up. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Moving out to the right. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole. Quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And his throw is incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. And it's no good. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to throw. It's Fancher. Stepping to the right. Trying to make that. There he goes. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
And, man, does he keep you honest. Just a guy that can run the football, that can make plays with his legs. You've seen it throughout the day. Listen, this wasn't a big play, but it can be death by 1,000 cuts. He just continues to scramble, make plays, make you defend his feet for a whole game.
Across the 25, he's got room. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Spartan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
The Greyhounds come out onto the field to get this drive going. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air. It's Bachmeier. The sure hands. It's Casper. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why...
Lots of room to run. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. And it's the Greyhounds in the hurry-up. In the red area, it's Martin. Touchdown, Greyhound! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point is good. From inside the 10, here he comes. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Edwards. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this deep.
Maybe some room here. The 30. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan State. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play.
Intercepted, a turnover